Okay.
Interviews one of them.
It's hard not to mention Universe when it comes to top offlaners.
So very modest, I guess.
He's a very modest player.
Yeah.
It sounds like. Yeah, he's
good.
He's a nice. Make sure Jackie knows he doesn't have to be nice. We can dish out the flames here if he wants. And if watching this game, or maybe if he sees any particular pick that really just kind of catches him off guard, tell him don't be afraid to just kind of dish it out there as it is. But here we have a draft well underway. EG, again, they're going to ban out the Drow Ranger. This time they ban out the Naga, while OG get rid of the Wisp, and now the Venomancer. This secures them the first pick Warlock.
This is interesting because OG has been letting the Naga go, including against Wings, and this game they go for the ban again. So last game it almost felt like the Naga was a little bit too slow at times, and maybe that's why OG let it go, but it's still the no-tail Naga. So.
I don't know, I feel like generally if you pick Naga and don't ban Alchemist, it just doesn't go well. Like Alchemist is kind of like a faster Naga. And like not banning that out is really weird. And I think we saw the last game.
Let's ask Faith because he was watching.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, I didn't get to ask what his opinion was on game number 1.
刚才在观察第一场比赛，你对那比赛有什么看法？
刚才那场比赛其实就是一击他典型的一击的打法，就是他选剧毒，然后蓝胖这种很强的前期酱油3号位，然后让苏美尔在中路就是能有一个很好的发育环境。然后让对面的酱油抽不开身去针对苏美尔，然后再给苏美尔选这种练级这种刷的英雄，让他去就是放肆打钱。
He said it was kind of classic EG Dota. They have this Venomancer that they've been playing quite a bit. It's worked out well for them. And they have a really strong early game support, such as Ogre, kind of a bully that keeps the other team supports from being able to rotate or go onto Sumail. And then they give Sumail something that's kind of a snowball hero, and he was just able to farm freely without any basically harassment that game. And he took it over.
We won't see Alchemist this game, though, as EG themselves will ban it, and obviously OG will get rid of the Morphling.
Yeah. What do you think about Morphling?
What do you think about Morphling? I remember watching some classic black, what was it, CIS Morphling back in TI4?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
You're pretty good at Morphling.
Yeah, but not when I lose the game in 15 minutes, man. Like in this tournament. I don't know, like Morphling is like a super greedy carry, and
you'd rather just be an AM.
Yeah, like AM is greedy, but at least he doesn't die.
Does Faith Beyond think that Black plays the best AM in Dota?
Burning is
lost out to Burning.
Well, your nickname is Burning Junior, right? I want to ask him about this. If there are any other nicknames,
yeah.
给他有没有什么别的称号啊
？Black 吗？
对，
小逼神啊什么的。
Just little Burning Junior.
Yeah, 小逼神。
Burning Junior. What do you feel about that nickname? Don't you want to not be a junior? You want to be your own, right?
Okay, I feel like recently not anymore, but before that, like when Burning kind of like, you know, didn't play as much anymore, I felt like I took his place. But then recently he suddenly is like back on form again, and I feel like he's like really good again. So now I'm fine being the junior again for a while.
All right.
But eventually
You're
I'll
like
take him
Burning
over.
Diets, probably.
Right. But I'll take him over eventually.
Fair enough.
That is like a promise.
I'll hold you to it.
他觉得有一段时间比逼神厉害啊！我操。
He's laughing and he's like, yeah, that won't happen. OG, speaking of the devil, OG actually banned out that anti-mage, and EG respond with their own, getting rid of the Enchantress here, so maybe fearing some of their own early laning aggression, but they've already committed for the Undying, so laning for EG seems to be the name of the game right now.
I think it's kind of funny, like how in these LAN tournaments, AM, you know, like throughout the year he doesn't get picked a lot in online tournaments, but then on LAN tournaments, the deeper it goes, like there's more and more AM picks and bans like every game, pretty much.
Do you think that that's like a safe option or something? Like, why do you think that is?
Like AM is known to be like the most, you know, like carry. He's like safe. He puts the clock on you. He's just generally very strong in pretty much like all phases of the game. It's just like the safest choice in my opinion when you just want to go for this like carry stereotype.
I'm going to ask Faith Bien about OG because obviously the big news change was with Miracle and all that, and they played against OG before. They considered them really strong, and they have a lot of respect for Miracle. So I kind of want to see what he thinks.
Yeah, ask him.
就是你分析一下，当然以前奇迹哥在 OG 战队上然后走了，这是很大的变化。那就分析一下你对这战队现在的看法，就他们的打法最近有什么变化？
5 seconds remaining.
感觉他们换了人之后，可能就是变得更团队一点了吧。然后他们还是就是在战术上做出了调整。以前的话就是感觉更偏向于1、2号位，因为 Miracle 确实个人能力很强。然后也不能说现在这支 OG 比以前弱吧，感觉可能是现在还没磨合好。
So he thinks that they leaned a lot more towards their 1 and 2 position. Obviously, Miracle before, because he really is quite a strong player. So he says that they've made some adjustments. It feels a bit more team focused now, and he says they probably just haven't had time to find all the chemistry yet. But obviously, they're doing pretty well in this tournament as well.
他们现在 Jarex 非常强，他
Oh,
们会经常会围绕 Jarex 来打。
There's the boss.
Play around Jarek, you'll say. In that first game, they went to that signature strategy where Jarek gets a little bit of farm on Tiny and then goes to make trouble.
No Earth Spirit ban in the second phase. Dang it, they're going to go for the Ogre instead.
Boring.
Ogre.
I want to see Pudge.
Yeah, Pudge,
Pudge.
Ogre.
No Tufu.
Do Wings like... Because we know Wings to pick the widest spread heroes of almost any other team. Is like... I'm curious a little bit about the influence about that. Is it Wings just feel like they know like what works in the spot and they ignore the fact of what's in, what's meta, what's cool, what's not? And or is any part of it just they want to, have fun with the game a bit more?
那当然野路子特别多。那你们选 BP 的时候，你们是不是想，就是我们在这个情况里哪个英雄最适合？不管版本哪些英雄强，还是你抱着那种心态，就是我们随便来玩一玩吧，什么都喜欢玩。
我们肯定还是要赢，就是以赢为目的。然后只是，我们的风格一直都是来针对对面的英雄来选我们自己玩的英雄，然后所以就会造成这种情况。
Well, we're obviously playing to win, but also we have this style where we tend towards counter-picking their team more, and I guess he's saying that could be any number of heroes, and so they'll be willing to play that.
Yeah, we actually spoke about it yesterday too. How Wings is just capable of like counter-picking anyone because they pretty much play like every hero in the cast.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. I like that team.
He's got a kind of a
Team's pretty
unique
good.
hero pool too, because we talked about they have people who play. I think he plays the Quaswex Invoker, for instance. He plays Lifestealer and such as well. So I guess 就是你们打的英雄是个人也是比较特殊的，比如说你会打那个冰雷卡或者小狗，那你分析一下，就是你们怎么分配谁打什么英雄，或谁去练什么英雄？
练什么英雄这个就是看个人喜好，然后分配的话就是看谁打的英雄打得好，然后位置有没有冲突什么的。比如说如果这盘卡尔就是让我玩更好，然后他另一个英雄玩得更厉害，就这样分。
So they'll play pretty much in practice what they want, but obviously it comes to fit and it comes to who plays which type of hero better, and that's how you get the specialization on different heroes.
So you spoke about how Blink plays the Quaswex sword and he plays the Quaswex. Is that like because of playstyle or just because of like player preference? What I would like to know.
那么打法上是跳刀，比如说更善于打火卡，还是跟冰雷卡就是什么区别？
他现在更善于打火卡，但是他以前曾经也擅长打冰雷卡。
So he's more of an Exort Invoker now, but he used to be more of a Quaswex Invoker.
Right.
We saw some mid laners now come out in the draft as we get back into it a little bit. EG go for what looks like the Sumail OD. This helped kind of do destruction against NP yesterday. And OG respond with their own mid laner here. It's the Invoker does come out. Black, you're a big Invoker player here. What do you feel about the Invoker versus OD matchup?
I personally feel like until level 5 it's very, very even, but as soon as OD hits level 5 it's a very hard matchup against pretty much anyone other than Nyx.
Smell the OD strong.
Yeah, it's very, very strong.
It is.
And they also banned out the Nyx because it's like a really hard OD counter, and OG was like in an offlaner, so I feel if there's no Nyx in the game, OD is actually one of the strongest heroes in the like entire game, because it's like the only hard counter I can really think of. Maybe a Pugna, but people don't really like running Pugna.
We actually have not seen like any Pugna this tournament, interestingly enough.
Actually, we saw one, was EG against us, but they lost like really badly too.
Oh, Lifestealer going to be the last pick here for EG to round their lineup. With that, the OD, Disruptor, Undying Batrider, OG, Beastmaster, Invoker, Ogre, Jug, and Warlock. Got to throw the question to the other couch. Faith Beyond looking over these drafts, does he feel like there's any significant advantage now for one team or the other?
觉得 BP 上谁占优势？你懂了，你英文不错，实际上你就用英文吧。
英文不错。
我说英文说不来，就是
English, man.
说英文啊。
He's got pretty good English. Yeah.
And Black has good Chinese. We should be switching right now.
Oh no, we should not.
I think EG's hero is more strong, and OG have to have use Ogre to help me to let ANA play his 他熟悉的 card 节奏。 就你帮我翻一下。
Oh, just to play at the tempo that he's familiar with on the
Yeah.
Invoker that he's comfortable with.
So emphasis on OG to kind of help secure the Invoker and the tempo he wants to achieve here. But
他
feel
卡尔
like
其实玩了很多，就是他如果能把他帮好的话，我感觉这盘 OG 还是很好打。
Plays quite a bit of Invoker, and if they can help him out and give him the kind of game that he wants, I think OG has a good chance. That's what he said.
All that we have seen, OG against DC at the start, and we had like solo killed his Invoker like 4 or 5 times, and he still managed to come back in the end. So I would say even if he's behind, he can still like make a comeback happen.
he's got a little bit of that own Sumail factor, as he'll have to face off against Sumail.
That's something with Anna. I think a lot of times they put a lot of, I don't want to say pressure, but a lot of responsibility on him as kind of a snowball mid or playmaking mid. And you can kind of see the difference between Miracle, because it seems that he's been killed quite a few times by some of the other mids in this tournament. We've seen Weeha, Sumail, and like he has a lot of death sometimes, but often he still comes back and has a huge impact.
Yeah.
We already see not too much hostility at the start of this one, whereas last game we saw those smokes come out right away. This time just kind of reading the game and the laning situation and trying to make any adjustments where necessary here. We're talking about in the last game, No Tail now has his own jug, so he can sport that new set. Does Faith Beyond like the new jug set? Do you like that jug set?
喜欢他新的那个套装吗？
剑圣吗？
剑圣，对。
喜欢，但是我没有。
He likes it, but he doesn't have it.
Gotta get on that.
Nobody has it, man. I don't have it.
Yeah, it's some ridiculous amount of chests you'll have to invest in. I think Wings have the money for it, though.
Uh-huh.
狮王在帮下。
But you have to respect him because he's like using his money very wisely. A lot of people that have a lot of money will just be like,
Hats.
yeah, take
More
it,
Dota hats.
take it.
Just give it right back to Valve. No, not Wings. Okay, well, looks like we'll get underway here. We have a dual lane setup, it looks like, for OG. And 2-1-2 pretty much across the board from both fronts right now.
Jack, can you ask him what he thinks about Invoker versus OD 1v1 without any help?
要是没人帮助的话，你明白。
I think because he smell, I think OD will win.
Sumail will win because
Just because he's that good.
I can see that happen. Yeah.
I mean, it's, you know, he's obviously the more experienced of the two. It's hard to say that for Sumail because he's so young, but, you know, Anna's also a very fresh face into the pro scene and obviously very versed on the OD. So he's already inching up on the CS game quite a bit, but we'll
So
see
who do you
if Anna
think?
can
Who do you
step
think are
up.
the best mid players in the world? 就是世界上最好的、最厉害的中单是谁呢？
Like
就是
top
排
three
名上
maybe?
Black.
就拿对线能力来说的话，就是 Sumail 和 Miracle 是国外两个最好的，我觉得。
Just in terms of laning among Western players, it's going to be Sumail and Miracle.
Oh, there's going to be our first blood. It's Arteezy rather, able to get the upper hand and quickly takes down S4 in a bit of an awkward pickle right there. Nice little setup, just a casual 2v2. Bit unexpected, but EG will take the first strike.
This Disruptor Lifestealer, going back a bit to like the Manila meta, and it was used against you by VP as well. So how do you feel about these two heroes right now? 两个英雄萨尔和小狗，不仅是 Manila 是比较火的，他们 VP 好像打你们的时候也用。你对这两个英雄现在有什么看法？
这怎么说呢？就是他们就是萨尔这个英雄就是很有他的特色啊，就是团战的那种框大，然后线上留人很强，就是这种。
See you later, Clarity Potion, as a knight can fly out.
Get burned off.
Burn it away, burn away that mana.
They're all useful in team fights, and of course has that ability to keep you behind if you're out of position and pick off.
Yep. As EG make that rotation, they'll do a try lane up here in the top now.
I mean, it feels like Disruptor is always a very safe pick, right? It's like you never go wrong when you pick Disruptor. It always can do something.
Yeah.
He's just a good hero.
Yeah.
And he's not even a hero who needs like a lot of items. Just give him a lot of levels, really.
Yeah.
If you're able to.
As soon as you're 6, the hero can turn around like a whole game
Oh,
just
yeah.
by himself.
It's a monster stack in that top lane too. Curious to see who's going to be able to get the upper hand in that one. Let's touch base.
I can see the bad rider rotate in there and just take it later on.
Oh, yeah.
Probably. Because OG doesn't really have anyone that can take the stacks other than the Juggernaut, I guess.
Smell is win this line.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Very, very hard.
18-6 for Sumail on a 9-1. But
Oh.
cold snap, and here comes the Ogre. Looking to club him down, and they should get it. They need another right click. Sunstrike. Really, Deathman's Alley. There's nowhere you can run from that. You can't juke back. You can't run forward. Good
Sumail's
play.
winning mid lane.
Caster's curse. That's what we call that.
I just told him. I told him that he cursed him.
Yep, that's how it happens around here.
Jinxed. What, that's gonna take so long for Roshan to actually kill him?
I think he's legitimately trying to solo it, Black.
Yeah, like you see it? He dealt 100 damage already.
But obviously Jarek's looking to
600 damage actually.
This is a much closer battle than expected. This ogre is just.
Dang, he takes a lot of shots.
You know, he wanted to just suicide himself for a quick like refill, but it took like 20 seconds.
Would have been almost faster, just walk all the way back and TP out. But nonetheless, he'll get that express trip out. And we're even now, 1-1. That does help in the mid lane a bit, but Sumail does still have a pretty heavy-handed CS lead. But as I say that, Ana's crept up to 16 CS now, and S4 has stepped away from the off lane, has that Iron Talon, so is doing some jungle work now. They have good vision with him.
Gonna give the offlane to Jarex and just jungle himself. Actually, like, Beastmaster jungles way faster than he lanes, usually.
Oh yeah.
So it's actually surprising that he went to lane first. Because you
And
can get level 6
What do you
probably
mean,
in
and
a
then
fight.
just sack the lane altogether?
Usually what people do is just like they would send the ogre offlane, like how they do now, and just send the beast to the jungle right from the start. Just because he's like the most efficient jungler in the whole game. Maybe other than Venomance, I guess.
I guess I'm curious about Faith Beyond's opinion on Iron Talon.
Oh yeah, I would like to know that.
对那钢爪有什么想法？
很棒的道具，无敌，谁都能出。
Unstoppable, an amazing item, and anyone can get it if they want.
Yeah. It's actually like just an item that's super good, right? It gives you armor, it gives you more. Like you just farm everything super fast. Like even if Woka could get it, why not? Just ching.
The only people who don't really get it, the SAT supports. They're stuck in the
Unless you're
in the
position
career.
4.
Unless you're position 4 and you're doing the straight jungle thing. But that's even worse for the position 5 guy.
Yeah, then you actually don't want to play Dota.
Yeah. I'm usually that guy, the 5 position, 4 position guy.
And when I'm that guy in pubs, I'm like.
Do you actually play support in pubs?
I do.
You don't like it, do you?
I mean, I don't like it, but I'll do it because I want to win, you know? There's like a lot of pros who will just like pick another carry and then lose by default.
RT.
I'm not that kind of guy.
Nonetheless, though, things still kind of squaring up nicely here. Ogre getting his blues to the mid lane, but now they're looking to capitalize in the top lane. A little lone Warlock fly. Caught behind the tower. No rotations yet, but there's going to be one. Might be too late, though, to save him. Glimpse send back will get rid of any sort of reinforcements. EG get their quick pick and escape.
Yeah, and Bad Rider also rotated top to take the big stack. It's also cleared now.
Yummy.
Lots of money to his pocket, and Undying rotated to the bottom lane to make sure there's no XP wasted.
Bat Rider's best interest, is this a drums kind of a game? Is this a straight to blink kind of a Bat Rider game? What do you think? What do you think?
作为经常打猎单的、经常打蝙蝠的，你觉得，这一局的装备它是直接出跳刀还是先出战鼓？
I think blink dagger is better.
Is bad or better?
Better.
Better, okay,
Because
okay.
He can take a next just into their face and kill.
Oh, snap! We see a takedown of Zai in the bottom lane, and a Beastmaster caught up and above with that first lasso play. Quick trade to both sides. EG still hold their kill advantage for now, but takedown on S4 is very nice. So EG well in control in this top lane so far, and if you consider Sumail in the mid lane, so 2 out of 3 lanes going the way of EG.
I'm a bit worried for the Warlock right now. He's really under level. He's only level 3. It's almost minute 8. It's like
They
sad.
OG need Jagger to join
start fighting.
battle.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, for sure. Like this Warlock needs to get level 6 desperately, and this Juggernaut needs to help him doing that. Like he should be the one to ping top, I think, and the Warlock should rotate to the safe lane and just get level 6.
Doesn't seem to be the case though. He's pocketing a bit of gold and continues his grind to farm down here.
I'm surprised they're not doing that. They did that like all the time in the previous games.
OG did?
Yeah. Like every time Nota would get really active and just give the supports level 6. Maybe they have like some kind of new strategy here, I don't know.
OG is waiting Beastmaster reach to level 6 and smoke.
Is he still on level 6?
He did just get taken down, so S4 might be off his level 6 a little bit. He's close.
That's
He's
actually
close.
so late for Beastmaster.
It is.
Juggernaut is TP home and find the
They go smoke
Beastmaster.
together. Yeah.
Go.
Does he have a smoke? Nope.
Oh, he will have 6.
No,
They might.
they don't have.
He's coming to steal some creeps.
Oh, they
man.
have smoke.
I have a smoke on Warlock. I think Warlock should rotate bottom now while the rest goes like Or he just goes with them.
I think they will want to kill
The
OD.
OD would definitely be a
Very good pick.
very
Oh,
good pick.
They
but
go kill RTD.
Yeah.
the little baby man himself. Let's see if they can get it here.
Yep.
Here kind of revealing where he's going right now.
RTD.
There's the jump. Roar leads it in, plus an Omni Slash. A lot of hate, but they get the jug down.
So you just totally read that rotation. Your team is really known for doing that. Can you explain a little bit? 就是你们好像很善于调出或读他们会怎么移动，什么时候开悟，什么时候去杀人抓人。你们怎么能怎么说呢？有这么好的了解人家的套路的本领，哪里来的？
Actually, this game is simple, so it's easy to read what they think.
Yeah.
Do you think Faceless would have read that rotation, Black?
I mean, you know, B6 smoke is like a very, very common thing. But what I don't agree with is that the Warlock is not getting level 6 still. It's almost level minute 10. It's just level 5. He's going to be able to buy the tomb. But it's still not going to be enough for level 6.
Yeah, he's definitely been put on hold for a little bit here.
Yeah.
They would love to have access to more Fatal Bonds, more rock dropping.
He has Sunstrike.
Ooh, almost for.
I was going to ask if you write stuff like that in your diary, or what happened to the diary.
Oh, the Faith Beyond.
你会不会把这个
It's a
写在
journal if you're a man. Come
日
on.
记怎么回事？
We call them journals.
啊，
现在日记还有吗
Yeah,？we do.
没有了，因为变懒了。就打 TI 的时候，一开始是因为太累了，然后就没写，然后后来就懒了。
So the diary no longer exists. He said at first, you know, it was just a little bit too tiring playing TI, but since then I've become lazy and there's no diary. I guess if you're the TI champion, you don't need the diary anymore.
Wait, it doesn't exist? Hasn't he like burned it, or what happened to it?
Is there secrets in it? Secret,
No.
dirty secrets?
50 Shades of Faith BN.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I'll take that read.
That would be great. Yeah, I would too. Even though I didn't read the original, I would read that.
But nonetheless, back in action here. It's now EG's turn to smoke up. Lasso's already out. They try to go for the pullback, but they do ignite him. Now the Roar comes in from behind. A swift turnaround play from OG here. They get off some nice axes. There's going to be the Rockets right onto EG. They're in a wealth of trouble. They're trying to dish out the heals. No one to go down yet, but they'll finally get on it first. They're looking to finish off Jarex here. The Ogre will also drop. Makes it a 2 for Zil trade. S4 come back over here. His dead body going to be sent all the way back into the new dimension as it's a 3 for nil trade. Will also be going into a pause. It looks like strong fight for EG, even though OG came in from behind. It still didn't work out. Plus a pretty decent rock drop. How were they able to just survive through all that?
I think a really big portion of that is that Sumail actually banished the rock. Because I think the Bloodlusted rock would have actually killed two of them, two of EG's side very, very easily. But I think the reaction of Sumail was actually very good. Like he kept onto the what's it called? Astral imprisonment.
Astral imprisonment. I like to say
Right.
sends him to the shadow realm.
Right, and then he did that to the rock, which I don't think should be possible, but it is. And he kind of just saved his team there, I think. And they managed to kill the Invoker first, who's like a big part of their DPS. So they were lacking like you know, they were just like lacking this like 200 damage on 3 heroes. And if Invoker is alive there, he will definitely be able to dish that out.
Couldn't tell, but it didn't look like there was a big Fatal Bonds play in there either. I'm not too sure.
No,
but-
there was an illusion rune.
Okay.
Actually,
was-
it hit 3 heroes.
Yeah, it did hit 3. That's actually pretty good.
I'm surprised. It didn't
But
hit.
yeah, no one from EG went down. Sumail got a triple, and they will also clean up what looks like a 4th here in Fly.
And they get the golem as well.
No Tail's also here. He jumps in golden for the Omni. Nice Astral, though. Not going to be finished off from that one. And this could turn into technically a 5-man wipe if they can get the catch on No Tail, but they won't. On the other side, they will lose their bat under the pressure of the tower. So that's the only casualty of EG in this total skirmish.
What do you think of that team fight? 怎么分析你的团战？
OG just want a gank at first. They want to kill, use Bismarter's ulti to kill one first and push the tower, but EG come smoke and 就是蝙蝠打了先手。
And Bat ended up initiating instead.
Yes,
Yeah.
so EG win this set, but they dive and so
But they dive.
yes.
And EG do EG things.
Yeah, the dive was unnecessary, but you know, 1-for-1 trade. It's still okay.
Yeah, and obviously their tier 1 still stands, and they just kind of halt the whole momentum there of OG, and they're going to have to go back to the drawing board now to write up a new game plan.
I'm gonna be smoking again.
And they have Roar up,
Yep.
but it's
Another
EG who smoke.
Got Lasso, got Disruptor ult.
Oh.
No rock, it's the perfect time to smoke.
Looked like there was a bird there, though.
Did the Hawk scout it?
I think it might have. It was right in the tree line. It's close. I don't know. They might have done it by the tower though. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did because DOTA tried to unsmoke them, like by walking up there, but he wasn't in time, and the Beastmaster, who they're going for, is just rotating out. Pretty good hawk control by S4 there.
And they will be able to kind of fend away from any sort of smoke initiation, it looks like. So it's good for them. Pull off a bit. And that will be the halt of it. Back to the grind of farm we go.
This is really good for OG. They need to buy time until the rock is back up again, and they shouldn't take any engagement until then.
So is that? Do you think that that's how it's going to have to work out for OG moving forward? Just fight around the rock as much as possible?
At least in the earlier stages of the game, for sure. Because right now, the Juggernaut and Invoker, they don't have too much damage, because they need levels and items first. But when they're online, they can pretty much take a fight whenever they want to, and the Golem rock is just going to be like a bonus on top.
And we saw there Sumail already finishing out his 4-staff. It looks like right to the Hurricane Pike for him with a triple kill in that last fight. He's able to get there much faster. You see Sumail, or sorry, S4 kind of split pushing this top lane as much as possible. But
yep, 400 gold for the Hurricane Pike.
That is some good money here. Uh-oh, he's dead. Nice grab, pullback. Ogre's fat, but can't survive a 3-on-1 assault, so he easily goes down, and EG will also be able to claim a tier 1 tower back at mid lane. OG looking to turn onto Arteezy possibly. Universe blinks back out, and just as they got action on the bottom, EG rotate to the mid lane instead.
Until the Beastmaster actually gets the blink, it's going to be incredibly difficult to catch the Lifestealer.
Yeah.
Like usually he's just playing around with them, they can't really do anything.
Oh, he's rushing in, pops the rage, looking to go and see if he can bring down Ana. Glimpse back, they drop the rock, the roar's going to be there too. He's caught in the mix. Invoker trying to step back away and make it to some spot. He can't get any damage off because he's under so much trouble. We'll be able to Ghost Walk and they get the return fire onto Sumail. That's a bit of a bounty right there. And now Arteezy and company have to tuck away back in behind the tower. So good initiative there from OG. They only take the 1 life, but they've been here for this tower now. This is their second assault on this. It looks like they'll be able to get the finish now. Quick blink away to dodge the ignite. Crit not going to be so fortunate though. Now they're the team to dive a bit. Sunstrike. Oh, he ends up walking back into it. And that will help get the finish. Good catch right there for OG, and they suddenly get a couple of kills their way. 6 to 8. But I don't know. Is that enough for OG to really hold their own in the mid game?
There's good Ana, bad Ana right there. They invested so much to kill him, didn't get him, and he still hit that Sunstrike, so huge turnaround for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the OD kind of overextended. He used his Astral Imprisonment and then 4-stepped in right after, and he just got Omni Slash down and just died in 1 second. Like, he's very strong right now, but you know, like
not that strong.
Not immortal.
ANA, the Invoker is good. This is his best hero, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the history shows that.
What do you think are the goals right now for both teams at this point in the game? 就是分析一下局势，就双方应该现在有什么目标？
就是 OG 的节奏就是他们要一起拿塔，就是围绕塔，然后和术士的大招打起来。然后EG就是要用蝙蝠带狗来抓人，然后让黑鸟多刷钱。他们一定要让黑鸟多刷钱。但是刚才黑鸟死了非常伤。
So OG's tempo right now revolves around taking towers with Warlock Rock up each time, and for EG it's a little bit different. They need to be getting pickoffs with the Bat Rider and the Lifestealer while the OD farms, and he says it's very important that OD gets farmed, so that death was pretty crucial right there.
We have seen EG try to go for like a smoke gank or a gank whenever the rock is on cooldown, but OG does a really good job. It's just like sticking as 5 and avoiding those ganks, so they actually minimize the damage.
Oh boy, here comes No Tail. He needed a little bit more time for Omni Slash to be off cooldown, but we'll settle for a Blade Fury Intimidation.
Yeah, he needs some mana boots right now.
There are mana boots on the Warlock.
Yeah, give it to him.
Let's share the love. There we go. I'm a big fan of giving mana after I am Kawa guy, after all, you know.
Dude, I love to receive mana by coddles.
So we're a pretty good pair.
We would be.
现在其实肉山非常重要，哪边可能杀了个人就可以打肉山。
Roche is really important right now. Whichever side gets a crucial pickoff at this point should probably take Roche.
Yeah, Roche is very easy for both sides for sure. Got the Beastmaster and the other team with the OD.
So I have a question, and this goes for Black as well. When you're in a game situation like this, who makes the calls in terms of like your big picture strategy? Like I take it everyone communicates in terms of the skirmishes and fights and stuff, right?
Right.
But who sets like the big picture decision? Like this is what we need to do right now.
I think in this case for EG it should either be the Nags or the Bad Rider, because those two are the ones who are gonna be initiating the fight. So they should have a clear picture of where they wanna go and what they wanna do there. and I think like the further the game goes, the more responsibility is going to be on OD, because later in the game he's going to be the initiator alongside Bad Rider. So I think like early game should always be the supports dictating the game, and then as the game like proceeds into the later stages, there should always be like the carries, the mids, and the offense talk more and more.
So it's hero specific and not player specific.
Right.
Or he's just bias core, so.
就想问的就是谁
我
该
听懂了，我听懂了。其实我觉得就是可能在这种中期的局势，还是会有很多酱油是酱油来指挥，因为像蝙蝠这种，他其实还是需要更多的注意自己个人节奏，比如说刷一些钱或者是什么的，然后可能打的话就先看怎么干。
John in lasso as they try to pull him back. The work comes out from S4 and the Rock 2. That will help get the finish on the bat. Stackstorm was dropped to kind of mitigate the damage a bit, but nonetheless, more struggles for EG as they will lose Arteezy at the back of that one. No Tail Frantic can make it away. Gets a heal there from Fly. Sumail, though, starting to dish out those hefty right clicks. Tries to get some shots in, but now OG move back onto him. He gets off the Sanity's Eclipse, but not before losing his own life. They will get just the one exchange, losing 3 on the side of EG. That's 2 towers back to back, and they're going right for the high ground now.
They're going to lose the Rex here, probably.
That is crazy.
Unless EG buys back, they're going to lose the Rex here. Yeah, OD already bought back.
OG, early buyback, man. He got that Hurricane Pike and now had to shell out all of his money to stay alive in this one and fend off this push in the bottom lane so they don't get that early hard hit of the Rex. Tier 3, though, set to fall. Let's see if OG want to stick around, if they want to pull off for maybe, I don't know, a Roche attempt or not. Not going to be so easy. Oh my god, lots of damage on Sumail with the Fatal Bonds. He's going to be forced to self-astral this one. Arteezy looking to move on in. Flame Break's not going to cancel a TP, but they will get the finish and take out Fly. Oh, Sumail.
It was a cute attempt.
That was a good attempt, but he was hiding away from the fountain from that one. Universe still looking to make chase here. Nice glimpse catch from Crit, TPing in. Will pull little Jerix all the way back and inside his kinetic field where he'll eventually drop. 9-11 now. EG up and ahead, but OG making their first very... Why are we looking at the ground right now? First very offensive push. That's where Ogre goes, into the ground.
Can we pick up on before? Actually, I want to hear his thoughts on the.
Yeah. So what was the question again? And
I just say I think like now like EG, I think Disruptor will command them to do something, not Bad Rider, because Bad Rider need to think where the money and what he going to do. So teamfight is created to command them.
He said it's basically he thinks it's still on the supports mid game to be able to make those calls and do that because the guy has to focus on his own.
The gank is Universe to lead, but the teamfight is support.
Right, yeah.
A little bit of both there.
Yeah, I can agree
we
with that.
witnessed there Ana being caught out by the ancient camp, with the Universe kind of setting up with a nice little Blink Lasso play. This obviously opens up opportunities for EG to move right into the Roche and claim it for themselves.
I'm actually still thinking that after OG won a teamfight, I think they should have gone straight for Roche, not for the high ground attempt, because they're not gonna buy back for the Roshan for sure. So they will have like a free Roshan, they could just use the time to farm up, but instead they just gave the Roshan away, and that OD now is very, very strong and scary with it.
I mean, he did have to buy back though. The OD did, so he did lose a bit of money there. But you would still think that just getting the tier 2 and going back for the Roche.
这一波真的对 OG 来说很伤，不然因为卡尔不被抓的话，他们一会儿打个盾就直接赢了，我感觉这个。
That pickoff was really bad for OG because if Ana was not dead there and the Invoker, they'd be able to just take Roche themselves and probably win the game.
Right.
And also, I mean, yeah, just looking at EG's heroes, they have a couple of heroes that punish fleeing away from the fight as stragglers really well, and so ask him about what you just said as well. 你觉得他们刚才那波上高地时应该直接买货之后看到买货退回来去打肉吗？还是继续进攻高地？
可能从现在看来退回去打肉更好一点，因为他们没有打赢，就是黑鸟差一点没有杀掉，但是黑鸟也我不知道具体他们技能释放也有可能，如果能把黑鸟杀掉，可能这把就直接破路了。
So avoiding the dieback on the Sumail. OD basically saved him from losing, so in hindsight looks like a bad decision, but it's justifiable.
Right. Honorable turn now and picks up an Agnum Scepter as EG They're here for the tier 1. They commit the tombstone. No tail rushing in, trying to see if he can quickly take out that set tombstone with the Bad Fair. On the other side, they're going to drop the rock right after Universe committing it with the lasso. They drop the Sands Eclipse, and they will get the finish onto S4, taking him out of the game right now. Jarex will also fall on this one. Sunstrike, good connection onto Artesian, will get the finish there. But it's a 3-for-2 trade now, as Sumail will pick up the double on that end and then quickly evacuates back and away. But now he's stuck up in arms with Ana, and he's stuck in the ice wall, and the Cold Snap will lock him down in his place. That's the Aegis, though, coming back with his second life and being surrounded by plenty here. We'll see if he can do anything on the back end of this. He does have that Blink Dagger, and he blinks down, makes it back and away, but the chase is on, and he's a slow guy. Don't do this. Don't do this, Sunstrike. Boom! They get it done. No Tail picks up the last hit and secures a killing spree.
That was a very, very costly mistake by Sumail. Like, the Bad Rider and Disruptor both already left the fight and like TP'd out, and then he just walks in alone and pretty much just like gives away the Aegis.
Yeah, I thought he was one of the ones that pulled off, but
I
he
thought
was the
so
man,
too.
Yeah, he was the man left behind.
But suddenly he blinks in and 4 steps in. And
yeah.
EG team fight position always bad.
yeah, this game the team fight very, very weirdly.
Yeah, it feels almost a little overzealous at times for some of them. I don't know if it's like in the heat of the moment, you're seeing like your eyes are red with blood, and you see opportunities to like try to really clinch the game, but
Right.
OG
they
has been
afford
pretty
costly mistakes.
impressive in team fights throughout this tournament too. The first series against EG as well, like, or even against DC where they had trouble in lane, they ended up coming back with really good team fights.
Yeah, only
So-
through team fights pretty much. They were so far behind at that point. It was a really impressive comeback.
Got some new wards going down here as we've passed our first chapter of the game and passed that Roche period, and now we looked to see where we go from here. And with Ana, I'm actually just happened to glance over that net worth. I'm surprised to see Ana so far up and ahead. And now they grab a fly here. He's just trying to be a little support, just trying to get some vision for his team, and is unfortunately the victim of an EG gank.
Invoker's reaching that level where it's gonna be like almost impossible to deal with unless they actually get the Bad Rider jump on him.
You play Invoker a lot. Like, what's the moment when you know, like, now it's time to have some fun? Like, what level, what item grab?
It's like as soon I just assume he's going for Linkens. As soon as he has that Linkens, it's gonna be incredibly hard for EG to even initiate on him, and he's gonna feel very safe. And from that moment on, you can just like keep throwing spells from the back, and that's when you become like really annoying as Invoker, because they want to kill you, but they can't kill you, and at the same time you're just killing them.
Do you think they might just be waiting for that Linkens before they even try to make it?
I think they will wait for that.
Okay.
And the Rock is also on cooldown, so they have no reason to fight right now anyways.
Yeah.
They are waiting at him.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. So EG not able to do much in that window of the Rock being on cooldown for this one. So
I only got a wall or kill. It's not.
do they need to go? Does EG need to go into like a defensive mode now? I don't know how confident we can be in their late game scaling when you compare it to OG, but you know, what options does EG have at this point in the game?
I feel Lifestealer doesn't really fight the OG lineup really like well. They have Beastmaster and Juggernaut to just counter him straight up, and Invoker is not bad against Lifestealer by any means. After the Rage, you will just like Ice Wall him or Cold Snap him, he's just dead. So I feel like they definitely need to do something. Like get a good pick off, maybe get the next Roche. But it's going to be OG on the offensive here.
Yeah, if EG take a hard shot here, this could be a really tough game for him.
Yeah.
A couple of wards going to be dropped in. Well, Zai will be the one that looks like to tank the gank. Not the worst thing ever for EG is he will be the victim of the smoke, but it is a one pick, and now we'll see what OG can do with an advantage in numbers.
Yeah, that's going to be free tier 2 tower. I don't think they want to fight without Undying. The Tombstone is way too important at this stage of the game.
Yeah.
So they will have to sack that tower.
Plus, he's their only real healer in the game too.
Right.
And that extra sustain would be pretty helpful for EG, but here comes OG now. We'll see if it's a tier 2 indeed. And they'll leave No Tail widely out in front. He's got an ulti orb now. Is that a Scotty buildup, or is he going for his own Linkens? Oh! Grab, lasso onto him. Stagstorm on the other side, but a Rock on the other, trading. Big ultis apart, and now the Roar. It's going to be on Arteezy. Stunned in his place, then the Omni, Sunstrike, but he's been able to get off the Infest. Makes it away to safety. Pops out now. Still a little low on life. But Tail looks to make chase with the Blade Fury here, but not going to be able to get the catch. Chaotic Meteor going to be dropped from above. Zai right into the mix, fighting within that kinetic field. They're going to be able to take out that Tombstone, though. Nice Tornado. Catches 3 there from Ana. Shoves him back and away, but EG will not lose anyone quite yet. Arteezy's been hit pretty hard and has to step on back to heal up, but the rest of EG stay alive and hold. Lots of ults committed. Forces back and forth. They look to go for support trade now. Zai holding on strong, stays Eclipse though, takes out 2 right away. And now EG suddenly up and above for the 5 vs 3. Sunstrike, good connection on Sumail. Fatal Bonds trickling through them, but Crit will also be going down. So it's a 3-0 trade for EG.
RT did good.
And that's what we take away from that.
No, seriously, it was pretty much all RTZ in that fight. Like, he
Yeah.
TPs in, he gets roared, they Omni Slash him, they drop the Golem on him, and he just infests the Necronomicon. He's like, nothing even happened. I'm full HP, you wasted 3 ults on me. And then I'm surprised OG didn't pull back after, or try to at least, you know, cut their losses. Because they can't fight without those 3 big ults.
In
RT
fact,
they
you see,
survive, so they win. If he died,
Then they
they
lose.
GG.
Yeah. If he actually dies there, they will just go for like a high ground push.
Yes.
But it was a really ballsy play.
We've seen that a couple of times now for EG. It's like, had they lost, said hero here, it could have been over. But EG continue to just grasp what straws of life they can in this game and hold on.
there's a factor you see a lot in some of these games. It's kind of the big ult versus the sustain. And in the case of OG, I mean, they're talked about Warlock Lock. They're very dependent on their ults, not just that, but Omni Slash and Roar as well. If those don't connect and get kills, they can very well lose the fight in the long term. We saw that with the Wings DC series yesterday too, where DC had all these big ult heroes and Wings kind of just nickel and dime them to death in those later fights.
So you go back and in, like, I don't know, if you just like poke at them and make them use their abilities poorly, that's like the window when you just like dive in for the kill. And that's what EG did here as well.
Does look like No-Tail is going to be turning that orb into a Scotty soon enough.
And Walker's going for the Lincolns.
Yep. He's got the recipe there, so he's got it online. Some big item pickups coming together for OG right now.
Yeah. The OD also picked up the Lincoln Sphere against the Beastmaster Raw. He can put it on the Lifestealer as well.
Yeah. Oh, long slide here for Universe to get the snag onto the Warlock. Pulls him right up into the high ground. Sumail's able to show up, bops him just twice, and that's all it takes.
I feel like we have seen that before, like 2 minutes ago.
We did, yeah. Deja vu for Fly, unfortunately.
Same spot.
He's like, I might not go back there this time.
Don't pull me here, guys.
You think 你觉得安娜该出林肯还是比如说进攻性强一点的
其实他出林肯很好，但是他们刚才那波打急了，他们那波剑圣和卡尔都没有更装备，但是他们去打了，而且狮王快复活了，那波打得很伤。
Said they're a bit rushed in that last fight. He agrees with the Lincoln's decision, but they took that fight a little bit quicker than they should have.
I feel like they should have waited for those items for sure. Like they were like what 500 off Scotty and like 1,000 off Lincolns. Definitely wait for that.
S4 walks up to the high ground, didn't lead out with his Hawk first, so they have Arteezy, but Arteezy loses his own life. A good counterplay right there with the help of the Omni Slash coming out from No-Tail, secures it. Plus the Necrobook going to work, force back in again. Very awkward, but that loses the life of Crit. Butt sliding all over the place. The chase continues to go on here. Now slowing down Zai, this turns into a 3-man takedown, and now OG on the up and up, rushing on in, flexing off those new items. They've even spotted Sumail here. Puts himself into the Astral, looking to go for possibly the blink away play. Not gonna be able to get it. Stunned up, Deafening Blast right there. And here comes the Sunstrike on top of it. Ana will claim that life.
cursed
and it turns to a
Arteezy
4
again.
versus 3.
I
Stop it.
cursed RT.
They have no buyback. They're gonna lose 1 or 2 wrecks here.
This is devastating now for EG in game 2.
This is gonna be game pretty much.
Think so?
They're gonna lose 2 sides, and after that, I feel OG just has too many. Are they gonna get all 3? No, that's the tier 2 top. Like after this, OG is gonna have so many more items than EG. It's gonna be almost impossible to fight for them. Like the lifestealer won't have any impact, I feel, because they got 3 counters online already.
1 Rex down. And here goes the second. Arteezy's back now. But
And they
we're
can still go
looking at-
Roshan as well,
Yep.
because all these
Yep.
there for 30.
Absolutely. It's up right now, and I would imagine OG are beelining it that way.
其实这盘就是前期中路很重要，就是如果把这个卡尔给就是压飞，就不让他们留到苏麦的话，其实这把真的很对于一击很简单。
就是克这卡尔嘛。
因为他们的节奏全在卡尔身上，没有卡尔他们就不能逼他。
Oh, EG's coming. EG's coming. They put the tombstone on the high ground, but the Roche already goes down, and No-Tail already grabbed the Aegis. Oh, Universe was on the way with Infested Arteezy, but seconds late.
So he said this game really boiled down to how they dealt with the mid lane, because a lot of their tempo is based not just on the Warlock, which you said, but the Invoker as well, his development in terms of itemization and how big he gets.
Yep.
And so if they're able to slow him down and ensure more of a game for Sumail, it's hard for OG to find that tempo and pace without an Invoker who's very strong. And so that's the key to the game here from Faith BN.
Agreed.
Oh, do you now? I agree too, then.
I would never disagree with him. I have no right to.
He's a champion, so
Yeah.
can't disagree with him.
We ain't champions.
Yeah, when you're a champion, we'll agree with you, Black. Maybe.
I doubt you will. No matter what happens, you won't agree with me. You don't like me.
I love you. Here is OG now. Have that Necrobook out, scanning, removing any sort of excess vision here, and muscling their way up to the top lane where they're just the 1 racks away from closing this one out. Arteezy continues to sit inside the car of Universe, and as they wait just around the corner, OG gets rid of the ward on the high ground. Zai's confident.
I feel if they want to play it really safe, they will just wait for the butterfly and Juggernaut, because after that he's like untouchable. You know, they have such a big lead by now, they might as well just like try to do it, I guess.
Sure.
Although it's a bit risky.
Look at that Juggernaut set. Does that look like a man who waits?
Nope. It's a man who gets tied up though, pulled into the base of EG. Trying to swing his way out, but they will get rid of that Aegis here. Stackstorm waiting right on top of him. The rest of OG still waiting outside the front door. Anna thinks about slipping on in. No Tail comes out, dishes out the Omni Slash, while the rest of them look to go for Sumail here. Hit him with the Roar, hit him with the stun, hit him with all the pizzazz coming out from the Invoker, and they will be able to get the finish. Fatal Bond's also going to be committed on this one, and they slash him on through. And EG will throw in the towel for game number 2. We're going to game 3 for our lower bracket final.
GG guys.
That was a pretty entertaining game, I gotta say.
Game.
Yeah, definitely. OG though, putting in the fight. Gotta remember, EG had that strong start.
Yeah. And then
It wasn't strong.
Yeah.
But with a game 3, let's look ahead a little bit. Which team do you think is better equipped to face VP in the grand finals? Whoever wins game 3， 就是拿出对，你觉得打